How did you become involved in the production of the film Trading Places?
We got a call from somebody that said that they wanted to make a movie about orange juice futures and orange juice trading. And they said, but it's not going to be a documentary. It's going to be starring Eddie Murphy, Dan Aykroyd, Ralph Bellamy, Don Ameche, and Jamie Lee Curtis.
Bossy, this is nice. I like this.
At that time, we had New York Cotton Exchange. We also had a Citrus Associates of New York Cotton Exchange, which was a subsidiary exchange of the Cotton Exchange. So I went to the Citrus Associates board and I said, they want to make a movie, but it's not going to be a documentary. And I explained who was going to be in it. And I thought I was going to get a lot of grief, but the board said, wow, we're going to get our name out there.
How accurate were the trading scenes depicted in the movie?
I had script approval of the trading scenes. So if you notice in the movie, technically how a trade occurred on the floor is very accurately depicted in the movie.
I'm considering going long on April wheat. What do you think, Valentine?
We even had the prices right. It didn't go to the, hundredths of a cent, but it just uses cents just because it was easier. But they went from about, 29 cents to about $1.40. And could those prices happen? Absolutely, and they did happen.
Why did the producers decide to use orange juice futures?
Because they could connect to orange juice. I guess people could connect to coffee and to sugar, but orange juice had a little more pizzazz to it. And it was a very wild moving market, and headlines on the news about Florida freezes were, very dramatic, so it was a dramatic commodity.
How did you encourage the trading floor to participate?
They said, okay, I think they're going to offer $50 for people that come in on the weekend and will trade. And almost everybody on the trading floor showed up.
South on in April of 142!
So it was not very hard at all when you're dealing with all those type A personalities.
Did you get a chance to interact with the cast?
I met them and we talked and just so that they would get a feel for what was happening.
Commodities are agricultural products like wheat, which is used to make bread, pork bellies, which is used to make bacon, which you might find in a bacon and lettuce and tomato sandwich.
I didn't do a lot of interaction. My biggest involvement was the script approval on the trading scenes.
How did the producers determine which products to trade in the movie?
They figured that out themselves. They asked what I thought, and I said, oh, it would be great. And since we were going to disrupt the lives of the other three exchanges, because at that time there were 4 separate exchanges: New York Cotton Exchange, Coffee, Sugar, and Cocoa Exchange, NYMEX, or New York Mercantile Exchange, and COMEX. And we were going to disrupt their lives a little bit with the filming, so had to try to make sure that everybody felt that they were going to get something out of it. So, by promoting their products in the movie certainly was a help.
At the time, did you think the film would be a success?
I don't think anybody knew. Now it's considered one of the top movies of all time, probably in the top 50 or 100, and even my children watch it. One of my daughters worked on the floor, and then she watched the movie again, and she said, wow, Dad, this is really pretty accurate in the movie. But it's also a way for me, and I think most of the people in the futures industry, when people looked at that blank stare, to say, did you see the movie Trading Places? That's what I do.